Hello and welcome to yet another Grumpy's Rehab facility video. Today I'm gonna try to keep it short, but I'm not sure if I will. And also I'm gonna try to save you some money because IAE is coming, and I guess that most of you, like the newer players, do not know how to play the CCU game and how to like save money on buying ships. So if you want to buy any ships during the IAE or even Invictus next year, this is gonna be a good video for you. So let me roll the intro and let's talk about it.
Hello, my name is Grumpy.
Alright, so first and foremost, I need to start with this. You do not need to buy any ships with real money for Star Citizen. Almost all of the ships, except some like exclusive ships, almost all of them are gonna be available in the game. Most of them are already available to buy in the game with the in-game currency, AUAC. But once a ship gets released, then like the next patch, it's gonna be available to buy with the in-game currency. So for example, the RSI Scorpius, it got released in 3.17 I think, and is gonna be available in 3.18. That's how it works. So the only exception is some like exclusive ships like the Aegis Saber Raven. It's an okay ship, it's not really, it's good looking and that's it, but it doesn't really offer that much in terms of gameplay. It's not better than any other ships. There's no better ships that you need to buy with your money so you can have them. Like there's nothing that's going to be better than your Gladius or the Arrow. No, like no fighter is going to be better than what you have in the game or what you can buy in the game with the in-game currency. So with that said, I hope that you understand that you really don't need to buy any ships with your real money. The only thing that you get with that is that like with every patch cycle, because you have those ships, you're just going to have them immediately and you will not need to grind for them. Whenever there's a wipe, you're just gonna keep them because they're not gonna wipe your hangar, your like personal hangar and the ships that you bought with the real money. But on the other hand, I can tell you from experience, as a YouTuber, I have a bunch of ships because a bunch of people sent me some tokens or some ships, or I just bought them through my Patreon money. The link is down in the description if you want to sponsor me, basically. From experience, I can tell you that once you have a bunch of ships, because I have a bunch of ships, because the game itself is a bit boring after a while. Like the progress of the development of the game is so slow and it's buggy and it's just Star Citizen. Like it is what it is. You have even less goals in the game, and like there's even less incentive for you to play. Before I had a bunch of ships, I can tell you that I was excited to grind and I was playing to grind, but also I don't like grinding because I don't like those kinds of games. But there was something to do, and after I got most of the ships that I wanted to review, to have, etc., I don't really need a bunch of ships, but I have them to review them. Yeah, like you're gonna see it in a second. You're probably gonna see my hangar. But suddenly there were no goals for me in the game. But also that's a good thing because you will not need to like play the game in the buggy state that it is right now. So it is basically future-proofing for when the game gets actually better and it works and etc. So you will have all those ships. So I'm not the one to tell you if you should or shouldn't buy any ships, but I'm gonna show you how to buy them because there are some like tools that you can use. If you want to see what ships should you buy, I have a video on that. It's gonna be somewhere around here, and yeah, most people found it really informative. It is like hopping through all the ships and me giving them me giving you my honest opinion because I owned all of them and I played with them and I know the good things and the bad things about all of those ships. So if you still want to spend your money, I can help you with like spending less basically. But if you're new to the game, I need to go through some terminology with you. So first of all, we need to learn what the LTI token and the insurance is. So apparently there's gonna be insurance on the ships, and we don't really know what that's gonna be like because there's some really weird stuff on the internet that you can find even on the RSI website. So the idea was that once the game gets released and that like 3 months insurance expires, if your ship gets destroyed, you will lose that ship. And that was the original idea. And that post is still on the RSI website, so I don't know who to trust, because the devs said something else, and whenever you search for that, you're gonna have some different opinions. But what we do know, is that you will have to extend your insurance by buying the insurance in the game with the in-game currency for all the ships that you own. So the best thing for you to do to save your money or save your in-game money in the future is to buy the LTI tokens, so you can buy or upgrade to the other ships. So the LTI token would be the lifetime insurance token, and those currently you have the STV, that's the a little buggy that you can buy on the RSI website, and that's basically an LTI token. So what it is like a small land vehicle. Sometimes it's a small ship, but it comes with LTI or lifetime insurance. So after that, you can CCU it or cross chassis upgrade it to something else, and we're going to talk about CCUing a bit later. So whatever you do, don't just go and outright buy a ship that you want, because, for example, let me show you. If you want to buy a mole, an Argo mole, okay, so it's here. You buy a mole and you get 6 months insurance. That's not good. Honestly, we can say that that's not good because of the thing that you saw on the website. Maybe the insurance is not going to be that bad, but also if you're future-proofing, just future-proof it it's completely. So what you want to do is you want to buy the STV plus steel paint, which is going to be the LTI token. So lifetime insurance, you can see it here. You buy that, adds to cart, and then you go to ship upgrades and you upgrade that ship that you have, and it's gonna be in your hangar on this side. Let me see, I already have one. So you select your STV and then you upgrade it to the mole, and this is gonna be the difference. So $275 for the upgrades, and then you will have the mole as with the LTI, because you bought the LTI token first. Also notice that you have saved $5, hypothetically, of course. If let me show you again. So if you buy the STV plus blue steel paint or STV, whenever there's a Warbond, that means that it's gonna be discounted. But Warbond also means that you can only buy it with new money. So that is $35, but the price of the STV is actually $40. So once you get that and you go into ship upgrades, you will see, let me go back to the ship upgrades, you will see that the STV is actually priced at $40, and from 40 you're upgrading to 315. So you have just saved $5. But later on, I'm gonna show you some other tools that you will use to buy more ships with less money, basically, and be proficient with this, with the whole CCUing game. Now, the next thing that you need to know is that there is no way to refund your ship. There is a way to refund your whole game package and delete your account and just get all of your money back, but that's it works from country to country, and it's not really reliable, and you need to talk to the devs in person, basically, throughout through email and all of that. So if you're investing money into this game, you need to know that there are some ways to sell your ships to other people. We're going to talk about that a bit later, but the only way that you can get your money back is by melting the ships. And when we say melting, that's just a term. What you're doing, you're melting the ship that you have, so you can get store credit for that, and that's the only way that you can get your money back, because it's not going to be in your wallet, it's still going to be on the RSI website in the store credit. Once you do that, you have that credit and you can use it for buying other stuff. But you cannot buy Warbond ships, because Warbond means that it needs new money. So that's one of the things that RSI or CAG made up just to get more money from you. But once you have that store credit, and if you want to get the ship that you had back twice a year, there are buyback pledges that you can get, and it's basically a buyback token for the ships that you had before, and you can use the store credits to get them back. But there is a caveat. If the price of the ship changed, So if it went up, and that mostly happens with the concept ships, then you will need to pay the full price, the full new price. You will not get the old price that you had. So that's one thing that you need to take into consideration when you're melting ships and if you're intending to buy them back after a while. The next thing that we need to talk about is Warbond. Warbond ships are basically discounted ships, but they need, as I've said, you need to invest more new money into those to get them, but they are discounted. So what that means is that you will need to upgrade through the Warbond ships to get the best prices on the bigger and pricier ships that you want to get. So for example, first you're going to buy that STV or whatever LTI token there is available at the moment. It's probably going to be the STV still. Maybe it's going to be the new Drake Cutter during the IE, but whenever you watch this, there is going to be a ship or a land vehicle that's going to have LTI. So you're going to buy the LTI token, Warbond, and that's going to save you probably just $5, like the STV right now. And then you're going to upgrade to something else with Warbond, and that's going to save you far more, like $5 more. And then you're going to upgrade to something else with Warbond again, and it's going to save you 10 or 15. But when you count all the discounted prices that you had and you buy that more in the end, sometimes you're going to save up to, I don't know, $50. So that's not bad. Now, the next thing that we need to talk about, like how are you upgrading that? That's CCUing. That's what we call CCUing, and that's basically what you just saw a second ago. And that's this, like in your hangar, you can see the ships that you own. On the left side, you can see the ships that you own, and also you can see all the ships that are available in the game. So you can buy the upgrades even if you don't have those ships, but if you intend of buying those ships so you can upgrade to something else, you can buy the upgrades here and you're gonna get notified. Let's say, okay, Spartan, I don't have a Merlin and I want to upgrade to the Mustang Gamma, and you're gonna get notified that you do not own a Merlin. Now, if you intend on buying some ships to CCU from to something else, then you can use the all ships thing here or tab here. For example, how that works is I have a Hurricane and I got it as a referral, and I upgraded that Hurricane to something else, and that something else is the Santok Eye that I'm waiting for to get released so I can review it in the game. And after that, because I don't really want to have the Santok Eye, I can just buy it in the game, I have upgraded that Santok Eye by going here and selecting the Santok Eye. Let me show you. You can actually search it. Santok Eye, there we go. And on the right side, I have selected the Gatak Raylan, well, the other ship that I'm gonna upgrade the Santok Eye to the Gatak Raylan. So basically, I have an upgrade, not a straight upgrade, but an upgrade from my Hurricane to the Santok Eye and then to the Raylan. But I still have the Hurricane, I have not applied the upgrades, and I just have two upgrades that are just waiting for the Santok Eye to get released and then for the Gatak Raylan to get released, and that's it. But let's just talk about this. These ships are your ships or your hangar. You can upgrade to whatever you want to, and during the IAE, all of the ships should be unlocked, so you will be able to upgrade to anything you want to. So with the STV, $5, and then there's gonna be maybe another ship, maybe the Drake Cutter is gonna be like $60, and in the store is gonna count as $65 or something like that. I'm just speculating, but whatever it is, you're gonna do that. But there are some tools that I'm gonna show you in a second that are gonna like make this whole thing easier. So now that you know what CCUing is, or cross-chassis upgrades, now you need to know about game packages. And the game packages come with the original pledge. For example, if you bought the Aurora or the Mustang, you're gonna see that you have a game package with that. If you melt the Aurora or the Mustang because you saw that it has 3 months insurance and you wanna get an LTI token and then upgrade to something else, don't do it, because you will be melting your game package. And without the game package, you will not be able to enter the PU or Star Citizen. You will not be able to play it. You will have the ship in your store, but you will not be able to play the game because you don't have the game package. The only other way that I know of getting a game package right now is if you're concierge or if you spend more than $1,000 on the game, you get a game package that is not connected to any ships and you cannot melt it and you just have it forever. Other than that, just keep the Aurora or the Mustang, the game package ship that you got at the start, and just keep it and don't melt it because you will lose the access to the game. Now, there are a few more things that we need to talk about before I show you the tool, and that is because you need to know how everything works so you can even use the tool. If you go to the pledge store, there are some different things that you can see here. Standalone ships are like those that you don't really want to buy, and except if you're buying the LTI token, of course. Like Arrow, it's gonna come with I don't know, let me see, 6 months insurance. No, just skip it. Don't buy any of the standalone ships because you will not get the LTI insurance. Instead, you will go to the ship upgrades after you bought the standalone LTI token that you have. So the only standalone ships that you want to buy are the LTI tokens. If they're coming with the Warbond, then sure, get the Warbond. The next thing that you need to know that there are some packs that you can buy. Most of these packs, you don't really save that much money, you save some money and that's it. But if you're concierge, and you probably know this already, but I need to mention it because somebody will write a comment and be aggressive about it. So if you have a concierge status, which is you being irresponsible with your money and spending more than $1,000 on the game, you will get a game package with that, which is not meltable, and you will have it forever basically. But also you have access to buying some better ship packages. So for example, let's say this one, and with those you will get a bunch of ships and you will get a price that is a bit better, and you will save a lot of money. And on top of that, all of them get come with lifetime insurance. So that's good, but also you will not be able to melt those ships. The only thing that you can melt is you can melt the whole package. So basically, if you don't like the Starfarer, for example, you will not be able to melt it. The only thing that you can do is upgrade to something else or to something better and more expensive, better, because you like that other ship more, I guess. But you can only go up in price, basically. And that's a thing that you need to know. And yeah, as I've said, you cannot melt these. You can only melt the whole package, and you will basically lose everything that you had in that package. So, with that said, let's talk about the CCU game. So first off, you will go to Google and Google Star Citizen CCU Game or just CCU Game app. And you will get this. I already have it installed, and it's a really good thing, and just check it out. It's amazing. So after you install it, it's basically an app that works in your Google Chrome. You're gonna have it, or it also works in Firefox. So it's those are the only two supported browsers. But on the top right, you can click on Star Citizen CCU Game and you will get this. So this is my hangar, and this is directly connected to the RSA web store and to your hangar. You just need to log in and that's it. You'll see it. It's straightforward. It's not that bad. You can even see my icon on the top right. So this is my hangar. Sometimes it's a bit weird, but yeah, this is basically my hangar, but I don't really have all these loaners that it's showing, but sure, whatever. I don't really get how it works, but I think these are just loaners for something that I had before, but it just didn't recognize that I don't have that packages anymore. So first of all, notice you can see that all the ships that you have LTI with, you will see the badge of LTI or lifetime insurance on all of these ships. The other thing is you can see the loaners, and I know for a fact that I don't have a Buccaneer, I don't have an Aurora loaner, I do not have a Nomad loaner, I do not have the Super Hornet loaner, I don't have the Reliant Core, but I do have a Carrack, and that Carrack is a loaner for and you can see it for the Odyssey, the Misk Odyssey that I bought last year, I think. And so the thing is, you can go through all these here, but the main thing about this whole app is the create chain button. So on this tab here, you will be able to create a CCU chain or a cross chassis upgrade chain from a certain ship to a certain ship, and it will try to save you as much money as possible. So here you can click on the high savings or the lowest amount of new money. I'm just gonna keep it at high savings. Also here you can select to include buybacks or exclude saved chains, or include unreachable CCUs, or don't use store credits if you don't wanna spend your store credits on something, or disable Warbonds. I suggest not clicking on disable Warbonds. Maybe just keep it like this. This is the best thing. Now, source ship. If you have a ship in your hangar, you can select it from here, or you can tell the game to automatically select a ship from a store, or manually select a ship from a store, or whatever. But for now, I'm just gonna use, like as I've said, the STV from my hangar, and I'm gonna I don't know, target another ship, and I'm gonna, let's say we were talking about the mall, let me get a mall, and here you click on create chain, and it will tell you this: no chain, because the IAE is currently not running and there is nothing in between to upgrade to, so you can save some money. So you do not own applicable CCUs with savings, and the store currently does not provide any too. No real chain could be built, but during IAE or Invictus it will be available and it will save you some money. So during IAE or Invictus, this list will be much larger, because it will get a bunch of like ships for you and tell you what the best chain for you is. For example, this is a really small chain and it basically does not work because the ship sales event is not running currently, but once it starts running, this list will be larger, and you can see here that I saved $5, as I've said, like 2%, and that's it. That's basically what I told you. So why I made the whole first portion of the video is for you to know how it works, because maybe this thing is not going to work on your browser or whatever, but you need to know how it works so you understand how to save money. So let's say that I want to automatically select a ship from the store, prefer LTI, and I want to select the target ship, and it's still going to be a mall, there we go, and create a chain, and it's going to tell me this. So if I want to save a bunch of money, then I will go and get the A1 Spirit, which is $20 savings, and then I'm gonna upgrade to a mall, and in the end that will save me $20. So instead of using the ship that I had, or the STV, it's not really a ship, it's a vehicle, it's a ground vehicle, what if I bought the A1 and saved $20 at the start and then upgraded to the mall, then I will save $20. So once IAE comes online, and once the ship sales event is running, you will see by using this app how awesome it is and how much money you can save. Also, I forgot one more thing. Give me a second. There's one more thing that you can click on, and you can like open on Starship 42 or open on Fleet Viewer, and yeah, it's gonna go to the Fleet Viewer, and it's gonna like lay out all your ships, so you can basically automatically see all the ships that you have. These are not all the ships that I have. Most of these are loaners. Some of these are not really the ships that I actually have. I don't know, it's just a fuck up. But yeah, that's one more cool thing if you're into that, if you want to see that. Like, everything is connected and everything just works. And that's it. Also, you can see CCUs that you have. As I've said, I have the CCU from the Hurricane to the Centakai, and from the Centakai to the Raylan, and also from the Redeemer to the Merchant Band. But I wanted to make an example, so I was talking about the Hurricane to the Raylan. So yeah, like once IAE starts running, or once Invictus starts running, and once the ship sales event is running, you will see a lot more ships in the store and a lot more opportunities to save your money. The best way to save your money is not to spend any money at all. As I've said at the start of the video, you don't really need to spend any money on this game, because yeah, like they already have enough money. But if you want to future-proof, if you want to support the developers, if you're happy with having one patch per year, because 3.17 is the only patch that we got the whole year, then sure, you can use this. And I hope that you found this informative, and I hope that you're gonna use the CCU CCU Game app on your Google Chrome or the Firefox. I'm not really sure who's behind this, who made this CCU Game app for Chrome and Firefox, but like this is not sponsored. I'm not like I would shout them out if I knew them, but I don't know them. But it is a money saver and it is a lifesaver because you're not gonna spend a lot of time just like thinking of how do I CCU chain up to something and save the most amount of money that I can. And before I end this video, I said that I'm gonna tell you how to get rid of your packages, how to sell your accounts and all that. I don't really suggest you doing this because yes, this is like, as they say, the best marketplace for Star Citizen and the cheapest, etc., but it's really not. Like maybe it is the cheapest one, I don't know. I know that like there are some threads on Reddit where you can contact people and buy stuff off of them, and that's gonna be cheaper, but also you don't have any guarantees that that guy is just not gonna take your money and not give you anything. But yeah, you can go to the star-hangar.com and you can buy the upgrades or vehicles here. So for example, let's say that we want a mall, yeah, it's gonna list out the people that are selling the mall, and yeah, the server itself is it's a bit slowish, but yeah, mall LTI, you have some upgrades to the mall, etc. But if you check the prices, it's like mostly people trying to get some money off the game. So $389 for 10 years insurance. Okay, this is an IE skin basically. Let me see, more with the LTI insurance, $348. You already saw that it's like $315, and you can like in the store itself from the RSA website. So yeah, most people buy a bunch of ships and they buy them in bulks, so they can inflate the prices on the market, on the used market, so they can like make money. And that's what people do with the what are they called, the like big ships, the capital ships that are not really available in the game currently, like the Javelin or the Idris. Like I know that people have been buying the Idrises or Idris I for like ages now. They buy like 2, 3, 4 whatever from different accounts, so they can sell them, and instead of buying the Idris, for example, for like $1,500, that guy is gonna sell it for like $3,000, and that's the only Idris that you will be able to buy because he was spamming fucking F5 just to get the Idris so he can make money from that. So yes, you can go there and you can sell your ships and you can sell your whole accounts if you want to, if you're not happy with the game, if you don't want to go through the whole refund process, it's gonna work there. But also if you want to buy upgrades or ships, don't go there, or just wait till the IAE or Invictus, which is going to happen twice a year. Or Invictus is the first ship sales event, the IAE is the second ship sales event that's going to be running in 4 days from now. So yeah, so if you want to buy ships, buy directly from RSI because yeah, it's going to be cheaper. If you use the CCU Game app, it's going to be even cheaper because it's going to save you some money. And yeah, Star Hangar is a place where you go to ditch your stuff and close your account basically, or just sell it to somebody else. So with that said, thank you for watching, and thank you to all my patrons for supporting the channel. If you want to support the channel, there's going to be a link down in the description of the video. It's a Patreon link and you can support me through there. There's also like YouTube join button and YouTube thanks and all of that. Sure, YouTube like takes 30% for no fucking reason, just for being there. Patreon takes like 3%, so that's the difference. So if you want to support me buying ships, to review them, to give them away, etc., or for me being me, or for me being helpful, that's the way to do it. And if you want to do it, thank you. And again, thank you for watching, and don't forget to bring a towel when you're traveling through space, and mwah, bye.